Hey there, Clear Lake peeps. Ross England with Clear Lake Guide Service with a report. And nothing's ever easy. I mean, this is my third take because I've been interrupted by a phone call, interrupted by an alarm. It's like, gee, many Christmas. Okay, first of all, apologize for being missing in action. I appreciate the people who took the time to contact me one way or the other to find out if everything was okay. Yeah, it was okay. It's just really hard for me to work during the summer anymore. I've got to be very careful about it because of just what's going on with me. So again, my commitment to those of you who are watching this has been, and it'll continue to be, if I haven't been out there, I'm not going to talk about it. So I'm not going to talk, really about what I hear. So I apologize. We'll see. Hopefully, if we have a decent winter weather pattern this year, hopefully I'll be out quite a bit during the winter. So I have been out for like 4 or 5 days over the last week and a half. So I said I can throw a report together. So here I am. It's 8:20. No, it's 10/23, October 23rd, 2025. Today, this is the first day that we experienced heavy fog back on the lake. The water temperature's up in the 60s, and at least at my house today, it was 43. And when I came out to hook up the boat, it was like, uh-oh, this isn't good. So anyway, it's that time of year, and I don't know, it looks like it may not be as big an issue as the air temps cool off as it comes into the weekend, because it looks like we got some weather coming in. But maybe next week when it gets back up into the 70s again, we may be in for a little slake of it. So be careful. Almost everybody's got GPS on their boat. That just because you can follow that line, it doesn't mean that there's not something between you and what's out there. So just be careful. I mean, it was thick. The only thing, I don't know about the other parts of the lake, but I know I launched out of Lakeport today, and you could see in Lakeport, and you could see a little bit over into North Lakeport, but it got fogged up pretty quick to where it was a little bit dicey, more than a little bit dicey running around. So while we're on that subject, let's talk about lake level. Lake 2.8. It's only dropping like 0.05 a week. So 2.8 is pretty much normal for this time of year. Water temperature, I found anywhere in the last 3 or 4 days that we fished, I found anything from 61.5 to 68.5, just depended on where you were. The water up on this end of the lake is, this end being the upper end of the lake, is pretty dark. And that dark water with sun on a calm day actually warms up pretty good. So I'm seeing 3 to 4 degree water temperature change from start to finish. When I was down below the Narrows in that area down there where the water was a little bit clearer, and then I understand that down in the red towards the Red Bud area, that water is even more clear. Still a couple feet is what I'm told. This dirtier water just heats up. Once I got down into that little bit clearer, different color water, it was, the water temperature only changed about 2 degrees during the course of the day. So anyway, that's the spread that I saw during the past 4 days being on the water. The water color is, it's a real mix depending on where you are. Over on the North Shore in Nice and Lucerne, what I saw was it's kind of a coffee color. And it's that way in Lakeport and over here in front of the county park and state park and all that too. But the stretches that I've fished over in Nice and a little bit in Lucerne, most of that color was okay from perspective that it just stayed that color. But then there'd be areas, little patches for 30 yards, 40 yards, 50 yards, where when you turned on your trolling motor, you just saw this cloud of algae and crud, whatever it is. Those of you guys who fish the rattlesnake arm, you know what I'm talking about, because it was that kind of stuff up here. So there is clearer water around. You just have to look for it and find it. And for what it's worth, at least where I found, and I've always been this way, where I found a little bit clearer water is where I could catch fish. So I think those are your conditions. Water temp, lake level, color. Yep, that's the short version. This Saturday is a big event. At least it sounds like it's going to be a big event. It's a Yamamoto Baits tournament. I think it's being hosted out of Clear Lake Outdoors in Lakeport. I know you can sign up there. You can be there. I think Dave is putting on a little barbecue or something Friday night. So it's a team event, and there's also a kayak division out of it. I'm pretty sure it's Saturday only. So you can get information from the tackle shop, probably either of the tackle shops. And there's been a lot of postings on Facebook showing, all the information that you need. Should be a fun event. Saturday's weather looks a whole lot different than what we've experienced this week, but it changes daily, so who knows what's going to happen. Let's see, anything else? Fishing, I don't usually talk about it other than general big picture. There's some people who are doing really, 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 really well. There's some people who are really struggling. For once, I'm kind of in the middle, catching some fish, but what I haven't been able to do, which at least what I'm running in and talking to people, there's a lot of people who are catching a lot of small fish, and I'm guessing they're 10 to 13 inch fish first thing in the morning. And then the bite gets a little bit tougher on them and they're finding it hard to catch, 3-pound fish. I know the last tournament that we had, I don't know if that was a reflection of the weather that we had that particular weekend, which one day was a little bit rougher. It was the Bass Cat tournament, but 15 pounds looked really, really good. So I'm hearing that from a number of people that I've talked to, and then I've talked to some people who been well over 20 pounds. So it's kind of all over the board. But anyway, if you want to try to fish a fun event, I don't know how big it's going to be, but there's quite a few boats up here right now. And I know that there's another tournament coming up. I think it's the Bass Angler Magazine Championship or Fish Off or something that's going on here in a couple weeks. So there's people that are out practicing for that. So I've rambled enough. It's good to be back. I'll do my best as long as I'm able to get out here for a couple days a week to start keeping up with this from this point forward. Probably won't do a whole lot in December, but neither are a lot of you. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And again, I apologize for being missing for so long, but we'll do our best.